Thanks for joining us here on the Night Team. I'm Connor Steffen. People in Bardstown are bringing attention to Kentucky's persistent bouts with fentanyl overdose deaths. Alexis Jones is speaking with families tonight, bonded by trauma, hoping to prevent others from feeling that same loss.
Though Kentucky has seen a drop in overdose deaths, opioids are still claiming lives across our area. That's why today 2 mothers are trying to raise awareness before another life is taken. Angela Parkerson and Tammy Boblet know the pain that fentanyl brings all too well.
My son Chase struggled with addiction, and he had 15 months sobriety when he took a pill and died, what he believed to be a Xanax.
And then my son Nick didn't struggle with addiction. He split a half a pill with someone he believed to be his friend. He thought it was a Percocet. It turned out to be pure fentanyl, and he lost his life that day.
Both women share their stories during their fentanyl prevention event Saturday. They also heard from nearly 50 other parents bonded by trauma.
Losing a child is debilitating, so it's good for connection and to be around somebody else.
Along with raising awareness for opioid poisoning, Parkerson and Boblet put a face to the issue.
They see all the signs and those faces. It's not like what they think. You know, that's somebody's loved one, a parent, a child, a son, a daughter.
People need to see that as them.
Yes.
They need to understand they are Nick, the person who just goes out and is
Recreational
hanging out with
user.
a friend, and they're like, hey, you want to try this? And you're like, maybe drinking or something. You're like, sure, why not? Next thing you know, you're dead. So we want to reach those people that there is no voice for them. They don't know they need our help.
Moving forward, the 2 mothers plan to raise their voices in Frankfort in hopes of new legislation. Until then, they'll continue placing their signs across the Commonwealth.
Just to reach anybody we can to let them know, hey, this could happen to you. Awareness will save your life. It won't save our kids, but it can save yours.
In Bardstown, Alexis Jones, WHAS11 on your side.
If you or someone you know is struggling with drug addiction, please call the addiction hotline at the number on your screen. We also have a list of local resources on our website, WHAS11.com. All new tonight, a woman is in the hospital and a man is behind bars after a gun accidentally went off at the Midway at the Kentucky State Fair. Kentucky State Police say a 19-year-old man was carrying a concealed handgun unsecured in his waistband when it fell. Troopers say as he tried to regain control of the gun, it discharged a single round into his girlfriend's foot. KSP troopers were nearby and quickly took action to ensure there was no further threat to fairgoers. The woman was taken to the hospital while the man was arrested. He has been charged with wanton endangerment and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. No one else was injured in the incident. And it was a violent night across the metro, leaving 2 people dead and another 2 injured. The first incident, a hit and run, happened just after 9:30 last night in Newburgh. Louisville Metro Police say a man was trying to cross Poplar Level Road near Indian Trail when someone hit him with their car. That driver then continued down Poplar Level Road without stopping to help. Police said the victim was in a crosswalk at the time he was hit. He was not in a crosswalk at the time he was hit, and he died on the scene. A few hours later, around 11 o'clock, police were back in Newburgh responding to a shooting on Presswood Drive just off of Preston Highway. LMPD says 1 man died and another man was injured. First responders took both men to the hospital. That is where one of them, Jaron Miles, died. Detectives say they have a person of interest in that case. The last incident took place just after midnight. Police responded to a shooting in the Russell neighborhood on Place Blue near West Muhammad Ali Boulevard. Officers say the victim went to the hospital and is expected to survive. Now, regarding any of these incidents, anyone with information is asked to call LMPD's anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. There is also an online portal you can use. And we also learned this week of changes to LMPD's procedures regarding officer-involved shootings. The department will revert to investigating its own officer-involved shootings. Chief Jacqueline Gwynn Villaroel made the announcement Thursday, claiming the move will help to better inform the public and make the department more transparent. The new policy has LMPD's Public Integrity Unit handling the investigation. The unit will also set deadlines for the release of public information. The new policy states in most cases, the city will release body camera video within 10 business days of a shooting. This is a change from when KSP headed up investigations. State police have recently experienced a backlog leading to body camera footage taking weeks to be released. City leaders are hoping to improve transparency with a quicker turnaround.
We believe that transparency builds trust through consistent and understood expectations. That's why we are taking these steps to explain this process to the public so that you understand what we are doing, why we are doing it, and you are able to hold us accountable to those standards.
Deputy Chief Paul Humphrey, who you just heard from, said the department will regularly release the names and work histories of all officers involved in incidents. Those should be expected within 1 to 3 business days. He did note there will be exceptions to the new timeline, such as times when department is waiting for key witness statements or if there is a lot of video to go through. LMPD's Police Chief Jackie Gwynn Villaruel will still have the final say on all investigations. All right, well, it was attempt number 2 at the first day of school for many yesterday as JCPS elementary and middle school students finally returned to the classroom. It came 10 days after busing failures on the actual first day of school forced the district to cancel classes and reevaluate. You may remember that day the last students were dropped off at 9:58 at night. Well, yesterday showed a more than 2-hour improvement with the last students dropped off at 7:43 last night. JCPS officials say that drop-off time is on par with last year's first day of school. But parents we spoke with were quick to point out yesterday was only elementary and middle schoolers back in the classroom, and it wasn't without problems.
This is a short day, you know, with less kids. What are y'all going to do Monday with high schoolers, middle schoolers, and elementary?
Seemed like they did better in the afternoon, though. I'm really hoping that they're going to keep improving.
JCPS said the district successfully implemented several temporary changes, including tagging students with information on what bus they were supposed to be on. We're told the extra help prevented some students from getting on the wrong bus, which cut down times. With all that said, Monday will be the real test when high schoolers return to the classroom. And as all JCPS kids return to school Monday, today, Summit Media hosted a Stuff the Bus to help gather school supplies for kids in the area. The bus was parked at the U.S. Army Recruitment Office. Organizers say they were grateful for the community's help.
I really think, because this is what people in Kentuckiana do, people in J-Town and Louisville, everybody in this town always comes together for a good cause. We got great people in this town, so we're excited for the turnout today.
Today's event helped benefit students and teachers at Breckenridge Franklin Elementary and Maupin Elementary. And students across Kentuckiana moved into campus housing this week, including today on Bellarmine's campus. We were there as Bellarmine welcomed the students for the start of their fall semester. First-year students were able to get into the residence halls today, while tomorrow returning students will get to move in.
I have great hopes for them. We met them this summer. We have 43% first-generation students, so their lives are going to be transformed, as are the other students who come to Bellarmine. So they're going to change the world. Just small goals here, but they'll do it.
Classes for Bellarmine begins this Thursday. All right, a person is dead after a crash on Taylor Boulevard. This is breaking, just coming into our newsroom. Police responded to the crash just before 9 this evening, right near 264. Officers say a moped was traveling south on Taylor Boulevard when a car attempting to turn left onto 264 on the on-ramp hit the moped. The driver of the moped was transported to the hospital where he died. No one was injured. No other injuries were reported.